Hi guys, Miss Yarborough here. I am going to introduce our Letterland words for the week. This is Unit 25, and you have all of the papers I'm going to show you as separate documents so you can do the assignments and practice with them. I want to start with our tricky words this week. Our tricky words are how, house, and put. Remember, these are tricky words because they are not spelled the way that they sound. All right, we're going to focus on our List A words, but the first thing I want to do is look at our vowel patterns and our letters that are going to be used to spell these words. So we have EW this week, Eddie Elephant and Walter Walrus. UI, Mr. U and Mr. I, and UE, which is Mr. U and Mr. E. I'm going to go ahead and start with Mr. U and Mr. I. So Mr. U is walking so fast that Mr. I can't keep up. Mr. I has to run to get in place as the lookout man. So in words where you see Mr. U and Mr. I, the vowel men are moving so fast, we just hear part of Mr. U's name, ooh. All right, now let's look at our words that are spelled with Mr. U and Mr. E. When Mr. U and his friend Mr. E go out walking, Mr. U does the talking. He just says his name, U, or else he just says ooh. But his friend won't do the same. He's too busy looking out for robots. And then last we have our words spelled with EW. We know Walter Walrus is a troublemaker. He loves to tease, and Eddie Elephant doesn't like being splashed. So when Eddie finds himself next to Walter Walrus in a word, he always acts first. He uses his trunk to squirt water on Walter instead. Walter is so surprised he cries out, ooh, you! That's why when you see Eddie Elephant and Walter Walrus together in a word, you can be sure to hear an ooh sound or a u sound. So let's look closely at our List A words. All right. I'm going to start with our words that are spelled with Mr. U and Mr. E. We have blue. If we keep going across, up here we have true. And then we're going to do our words that are spelled with Mr. U and Mr. I. So we have fruit. Over here is juice. And then suit. And the majority of our List A words are spelled with EW. So we have new, drew, few, through, and chewing. Let's go through and read all of these List A words together. I'm going to go first word and then go down and then go across back to the top. I'll point to the words as we're reading. Ready? Blue, fruit, new, drew, true, juice, suit, few, through, chewing. All right, now we're going to look at your assignment for today. You have your word detectives to do. So for word detectives today, I picked 3 colors. I picked blue, purple, and yellow. You can pick whatever colors that you want to use. And if you don't have crayons with you and you have a pencil, you can just put a box around the words that we find. That will be just fine. So I chose to do my words that are spelled with Mr. U and Mr. I in purple. My words spelled with Mr. U and Mr. E in blue. And then Eddie Elephant and Walter Walrus words are spelled with, are going to be colored in yellow. Excuse me. All right, so I have only did the first word in each sentence just so you have an idea of what to do. We're going to read these sentences and then you are going to, when the video stops, go ahead and do your word detectives on your paper. And if you don't have a copy of this and you can just write down the words that you find, that would be perfect too. Let's read our first sentence together. I'm going to read it and then I want you to read it back with me. Mr. I got fruit juice on his white suit. Your turn. Read with me. Mr. I got fruit juice on his white suit. All right, my turn. Is it true that glue can be blue? Your turn. Is it true that glue can be blue? My turn. A few birds flew to the new feeder. Your turn. A few birds flew to the new feeder. Good job. All right. In the first sentence, you are going to use your purple crayon if you have it and search for words that are spelled with Mr. U and Mr. I. So the first word I found that has Mr. U and Mr. I is fruit. So I colored the U and I in purple, and then I drew a line above Mr. U's name for him to sign his name, or above his letter for him to sign his name. And remember, when two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking, so I marked out Mr. I. So you will finish and do the rest of the words with Mr. U and Mr. I when the video is over. In the second sentence, we're looking for words spelled with Mr. U and Mr. E, and you're going to use blue. The first word I found like that was true, true. Remember, this is a vowel team. When two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking, so we mark out Mr. E because he's silent and give Mr. U a line to sign his name. You will do the rest of the words in that sentence that you find when the video is over. And then our last one is words spelled with EW. And I used my yellow crayon and I found my first word in that sentence, which is few. And these are not a vowel team, so all you're going to do is color that part in, and we don't mark anything out. I can't wait to see if you can find all of those words when you do your word detectives. Good job, guys.